here's the thing, y'all. About 8.5 years ago, I was lucky enough to see the original cast of The Drowsy Chaperone in New York. And I remember watching that show and thinking, wow, it's so smart and so clever, but also very simple. And I loved it. I remember it very vividly and loved it. And as I do when I see shows in New York, I'm like, oh, I want to play that role. I want to play that role. And really, the role I was drawn to was Adolfo. It was ridiculous and over the top and so much fun. And that was the role that I thought, oh, okay, that's me. Um, uh, Fast forward 4 years to 2010, 2011, when Theater 3 was doing the regional premiere. I went and auditioned hoping to get cast as Adolfo, but rightfully so, I was cast as Underling instead. And we had a blast. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. That cast was so tight knit, and we had so much fun together, and just truly loved each other. It was a great, great experience. Fast forward again, another 4 years, and my dear sweet friend and now continuous collaborator, Derek Whitener, got an opportunity to direct it at a new place, relatively new place called the Firehouse Theater. And he offered me the Man in Chair. I was already booked for another gig and unfortunately decided to drop that. Not unfortunately, I decided to drop that for this opportunity. And it is the best decision I've ever made. This experience has been the best in the 24 years that I've been doing theater. It is the perfect cast at the perfect time, and playing this role has really kind of changed me. I I don't know how I will ever be able to thank Derek for this gift. It it was it is pretty amazing, and today we get to do it one more time. And saying goodbye to this is going to be horribly difficult. It was amazing. I thought about this early in the rehearsal process. Doug Fowler, who's been a friend of mine for 20 plus years, 21 years, he's in the cast. He's playing Underling. And I love watching his Underling every night. It's absolutely perfection. But he's the only one in the cast that I knew a year ago. So this just adds to this whole year of transformation for me. You know, I do theater because the experience is so unique, and hopefully you get the right cast and the right production team. And sometimes families just grow. I thought that was an appropriate shirt for today, because my family has definitely grown with this show. But I think about how some of these people weren't in my life. Most of these people weren't in my life a year ago, and I can't imagine them not being in my life now. That's pretty powerful. It is really the power of theater. You know, Diane Powell and Sarah Dickerson just came into my life a year ago, really, for Xanadu. And then Hunter, I had known kind of socially, but didn't really get to know him until this show. Lillian and Marilyn, and Christina and Mindy, I met all on Cabaret, and what a joyous experience that was, and we've just continued it. Dan, I didn't know. We had met, but I didn't really know him until this show. Logan, my sweet Logan, who's I've spent the last year with. We did he worked on Xanadu with me, and we did Lacage together, and we did Cabaret together. He even helped on Legally Blonde, and now this. It's just I can't imagine him. And Bedpost, this is our third in a row. Andrew Bedpost, whom I adore. Tim, who I met in Legally Blonde. Clint, who I met after a show. I met him after he did Fellowship, and he's about to open on that next week. The boy's crazy, trying to do these back to back. Elisa, who kills it every night as the chaperone. I really hadn't even met before this show. Christia, who's so perfect as Mrs. Tottendale. I hadn't met her. Allie and Owen, who are just delightful, one of our married couples, the other being Amy and Steve, whom I just adore. They're all firehouse folks who are just amazing. I just love them so much. Donna, who I'd never met before. Um, Kwame, who was new to me too, who's, this incredibly talented young man. And then, of course, my precious angels, Janelle and TJ, who have so deeply become part of my life that it's going to be hard to say goodbye to them today. And I know it's not goodbye, and I know part of the joys of theater is that there is a beginning, a middle, and an end. But I don't want this one to end. It's not the perfect show, but it does what a musical is supposed to do. And for me, this show gave me a family of friends and an experience that I'll never forget. I say it all the time. I'm really lucky that I get a chance to do what I love to do. But to be able to do this show with these people with such high professionalism and an incredible production team. The costumes by Victor and Jason with all the technical stuff, and Connie and Ken and Sally and Nick, just for everybody involved in this one. I'm eternally grateful to have sat in that chair and to have watched your work every night. It has been the absolute time of my life. And I thank you.